Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk putting in the video today, and today we're going to be recapping Day 4 of NFL free agency. As today, it was a little bit of a quiet day in NFL free agency. So some decent stuff happened, a lot of stuff happened, but a lot of small stuff. We're going to be going over about 15 of some of the most stuff that happened. And yeah, let's basically get into it. Nobody huge came with a couple big names, but are decent names and just nice small moves for some teams. And let's go. So first, we're starting off with the Eagles signing Darius to an extension. Now, if you have not heard, they released him, or they didn't officially release him. They were planning to, but both sides worked something out, and he was signed to an extension. Staying with the Eagles in the cornerback position, the Eagles are signing former Browns free agent Greedy Williams, who's been really decent with them the last couple seasons. Should add in some more depth. He won't be a starter, of course, just with how with already having Bradbury and Darius Slay, but he'll be a really good backup for the Eagles. Then the Chicago Bears signed Panthers free agent, former Carolina Panthers running back Deontay Foreman. Great signing for the Chicago Bears. Got him to a 1-year, $3 million contract. He had a really good season with the Panthers last year, adding in more running back depth with this move. You had him with Khalil Herbert, who had a decent season as their starting running back last year. Just lost David Montgomery. I don't know I think there could be a little bit of a running back battle. If the Bears are done at running back, I personally could see the Bears drafting a running back in one of the late rounds this year in the draft. But if they don't, and Deontay Foreman and Khalil Herbert are their best running backs on the roster come training camp, I think there could be a little bit of a battle there on who is the starter. Now, I think both players will play a lot, because I think both are really talented running backs, but I think there could be a little bit of a competition there. Keeping it with the Bears here, the Chicago Bears are stealing a tight end from its rival. They are signing tight end Robert Tonyan. Great signing when healthy with the Packers. Robert Tonyan was a absolutely amazing tight end. And this is another really good weapon for Justin Fields. I know he needs wide receivers, but Tonyan, when he is, at his best, he is like another wide receiver. I know Aaron Rodgers, MVP Rodgers, was throwing him the ball, but I think Justin Fields is going to be just as good as well. So in that case, this is a great move for the Chicago Bears. You're pairing a great tight end group with Tonyan now with Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet is a decent, receiving tight end, but he's more of a, he's better. He's a better blocker than he is a receiver. So Tonyan comes in as the receiving tight end, and the other, what's his name? Cole Kmet stays, as the blocking guy. I mean, Cole Kmet can still catch the ball, but Tonyan's a definitely better receiving tight end. Something else here with the Philadelphia Eagles, but it is a Eagles player leaving. The Indianapolis Colts are signing quarterback Gardner Minshew to a 1-year, $3.5 million contract. Yeah, it's looking like Gardner Minshew is going to be possibly the starting quarterback to start for the Colts next season. Not knowing who the Colts will be drafting at quarterback, whether it's Anthony Richardson or it's Will Levis. Right now it's uncertain because they're sitting there at 4, and they're sitting at 4 currently. They could trade up at 3 because Arizona is willing to trade that pick just to secure a guy they want. Because it is possible Arizona, they're not going to draft a quarterback because they have Kyler, but it is possible they trade the pick. The Raiders were an option. They signed Jimmy G. I think there are a team or two could sweep in and try to trade for that 3rd overall pick to draft a quarterback. But in that case, you mostly see, almost every rookie quarterback that comes in the NFL sit to start their careers. And if it's Will Levis, Gardner Minshew is the other quarterback on the roster, I definitely see, something like that happening like it always does. I mean, you rarely see a quarterback start off right off the gates. We saw Trevor do it, and he struggled. We saw Joe Burrow do it. To be honest, he was good. He was decent in his rookie year. He struggled a little bit towards the ACL in his rookie year. But Mahomes waited a year. I know we haven't seen enough from him, but Jordan Love has waited a long time as well. A lot of quarterbacks wait. I mean, Lamar Jackson waited about 3/4 of the season to make his debut as well. I think a lot of good quarterbacks don't start off as a starter. So I think most likely Gardner will start off as the starter, and we'll see how long it goes, but just depending on who they're bringing in, but we'll see. Good signing for the Colts. Now the Giants, they re-signed Darius Slayton to a 2-year, $12 million contract. Great for the Giants. He was a great wide receiver for them last season. And then the Titans re-sign Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, wide receiver. Good signing for them. Seahawks sign linebacker Evan Brown from the Lions. The Bears make another signing with signing defensive tackle Andrew Billings to a 1-year, $3 million deal. Another really decent signing for Chicago Bears. They're having a really decent offseason. The Giants re-signed defensive end / linebacker, outside linebacker Jahide Ward. The Lions sign Graham Glasgow, who actually was a former player with them, so they are reuniting with the linebacker. He's signing to a 1-year, $4.5 million deal. The Giants, with a nice move here, re-sign Darius Slayton, do all this other stuff. The Giants are signing Paris Campbell, who had a really good season in Indianapolis. I think he's going to have a really good season with the Giants this season. They signed him to a 1-year, $4.7 million deal. Then the Steelers, with a big signing, they sign linebacker Eldon Roberts from the Miami Dolphins to a 2-year deal. And then the Buccaneers sign running back who was released by the Denver Broncos, Chase Edmonds, who will be a really decent backup running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Going into next season, and Rachaad White is going in as the starter with Leonard Fournette being released, and Chase Edmonds will back him up. Really decent backup there with a 1-year, $1.1 million deal. And then besides that, you got the Seahawks re-signing Drew Lock to a 1-year deal to be their backup quarterback next season. And the Eagles, with Gardner Minshew on his way out, they are signing Marcus Mariota to be their backup quarterback next season. The funny thing about this is in 2015, when the Titans had the first overall pick, the Eagles tried their best to trade up for number 1, and because they wanted Marcus Mariota really bad. Now 8 seasons later, they finally have Marcus Mariota, but this time as their backup quarterback for Jalen Hurts. I actually love this, and I think this could be a really good I think he can be a really good backup for Jalen because, think about how much, Mariota runs, or, as he's gotten older, I don't think he runs as, he can still use his legs as a quarterback, but not as much as he used to. I mean, he was 2017, 2018, that area a little bit before, he was one of the best running quarterbacks in the league. But before Lamar Jackson entered this league, he was the Lamar Jackson of the league before Lamar Jackson came into the league. Jalen Hurts, he's a guy who likes to run a lot as a quarterback. So, I don't think Mariota can teach him anything, but, you had 2 really similar quarterbacks with each other in the QB room. I think their games are very similar with Jalen Hurts and Marcus Mariota. You guys have your thoughts on day 4 of NFL free agency. Kind of a quiet day, small stuff happening. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.